right now on 5 on Your Side at 10.
A push for expanded safety in South City.
I think it's helped a lot, honestly, especially because as soon as they hear gunshots, they know exactly where to go.
Neighbors react to the plan to bring ShotSpotter to Dutchtown and Mount Pleasant.
Stormy start to the weekend, but any severe weather chances don't arrive until late in the day Saturday. We are tracking when the rain will impact your outdoor plans.
But first, a mother's tearful plea after police say a driver hit her daughter and drove off.
How can you just hit her like that and just keep going?
Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Kelly Jackson. Tonight, the teen remains in intensive care days after being hit by the driver in North St. Louis County. Just hours ago, her family shared their passionate pleas with 5 on Your Side's Robert Townsend.
Naisha Carroll says she was looking forward to having some fun with her 15-year-old niece, Turkia Jones, at their home in Florissant.
Monday night was supposed to be our girls' night. We was gonna do nails.
Carroll later learned Turkia left home and walked to a neighborhood store with a friend, but her niece never returned.
'Cause you know, teenagers, sometimes they get like, okay, well, I'm gonna go hang out. And that's what we really thought this was.
The 10th grader's worried aunt filed a missing persons report. Carroll says 2 days later, Wednesday, a St. Louis County police officer came to their home and told them Turkia had been struck by a car on Lindbergh near New Halls Ferry Road around 10 Monday night. The driver left the scene.
You just left her there like roadkill. Nobody deserves that.
How can you just hit her like that and just keep going?
Sarah Buchanan says her daughter suffered numerous injuries.
Both of her legs are broken, her pelvis is broken, her ribs are broken, her spleen was cut, like they had to stop the internal bleeding. It's bad.
The teen underwent 3 surgeries. She's now out of a coma and can only remember someone in a white truck apparently hit her.
She's screaming. She just can't believe that this happened to her.
So as detectives try to talk to nearby business owners to see if they have any surveillance video from that incident, Turkia's family is pleading for the driver to come forward.
People make mistakes, but you changed our lives forever right now. And we just hoping she can walk again. All of it, it's gonna be a journey.
Robert Townsend, 5 on Your Side.
Florissant police are looking for eyewitnesses to come forward. If you know anything, call the department. Their number 314-831-7000. Here's a live look downtown as weekend storms loom over the bi-state. Chief Meteorologist Scott Connell is timing out when the rain rolls into the St. Louis area.
And it's going to be a few hours. We're still tracking those storms. They are well to our west and northwest right now, back across parts of Nebraska coming into Kansas, but they are moving our way. And this is the area, really that area just coming out of Nebraska that's the focus for us. The initial wave that's west of Columbia right now, there's not really much to that, and it's running into the very dry air that's been around St. Louis today. We had 90 degrees, but it didn't feel like it, right? So that band is going to push in here, and we think through the overnight hours, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, you're going to hear those raindrops. This will not be severe. There is no severe threat for this early morning activity. And the main push will shift east of St. Louis by 11 o'clock. The clouds may be a little slower to break up, and that's actually a good thing. As we head into the afternoon and evening hours, there could be storms developing, especially to our south. Those are the ones that could be the troublemakers, and that's why we have that storm alert for late Saturday afternoon into Saturday evening, 4 p.m. to 11 p.m., mainly south of St. Louis. Isolated strong to severe thunderstorms would be possible with gusty winds and some larger hail. But again, that's conditional upon what happens during the morning hours, and the morning will not feature any severe weather. We'll see you in a little bit, Kelly.
All right, Scott. We have an update to breaking news we first reported at 6. Police say 5 people were shot this afternoon at a North St. Louis County park and happened just after 5 at Kenneman Park in Jennings. Officers found an adult male who died from his injuries. 4 other men suffered non-life-threatening injuries. We are still trying to learn the victim's identity and other details. Once we do, we'll pass them along to you. And just into the newsroom, Pagedale police are investigating a homicide tonight in Velda. The police chief tells 5 on Your Side officers went inside an apartment and found a man who'd been shot to death. They believe he had been dead for several hours. A person of interest is in custody. New reaction tonight into the expansion of a program to make criminals in St. Louis think twice. For years, St. Louis police have invested in a high-tech tool known as ShotSpotter to quickly determine where gunfire is happening as it happens. New at 10, Brent Solomon joins us after speaking with people in Dutchtown, one of the areas where the technology is being expanded.
It sure is, Kelly, and those I caught up with say they welcome it. The more tools to make streets safer, the better. Critics say it comes with a hefty price tag, and even some elected leaders question how effective it is. Along Grand and Merrimack Street, you'll see community, small businesses, homes, people living their everyday lives. But more than they'd like it to, some will tell you crime shows its face.
I heard something about a shooting over here.
This kid got killed in here, inside this building.
Add to that, a homeless man familiar to the community, shot and killed just blocks away. It happened at the top of the year.
I recently had a friend that just got killed in this area. He was shot in the head twice. And so if there had been a camera there, then they probably would have caught who did it.
Now, South City is seeing more of these mobile cameras that sit high, as well as audio recorders that aren't as visible, known as ShotSpotter.
As soon as they hear gunshots, they know exactly where to go.
And all of this technology costs nearly $5 million a year, a mix of city funds, grants, and ARPA money helping foot the bill. Still, some elected leaders have questions.
Dutchtown has a high concentration of crime, but I think ShotSpotter is a technology that's still under evaluation.
In order for actual trust, we have to have actual data. I want to know how many arrests did that help you make? How many convictions came from that? And I know that that's what people in the community want to know.
The city's top cop says grant money will help him expand this technology to Dutchtown and the Mount Pleasant communities.
I think it's helped a lot, honestly. I think they need more in certain different spots.
Well, the city started using ShotSpotter back in 2008, well before the current chief came in. He describes it as a way to, quote, get the trigger pullers off the streets. Kelly.
Thanks, Brent. St. Louis City Hall filled with orange today as gun violence survivors and prevention advocates called for an end to the pain. It is the beginning of Wear Orange Weekend, a time many reflect on those who've lost their lives to gun violence. People shared their painful stories of losing loved ones at this morning's Board of Aldermen meeting.
We're here to support each other and to support those who have been affected by gun violence. And we want gun sense laws that make sense. And we want trauma-informed care for those who are suffering from gun violence.
Some aldermen also wore orange to show their support for the movement. Wear Orange Weekend continues through Sunday. A father honoring his late son brought their tradition to Busch Stadium tonight. Last year, Scott Yell's son, Jackson, died in a hit-and-run crash on a beach trip with his club baseball team in South Carolina. The two were in the process of visiting all 30 major league parks and had only made it to 12. Since his son's untimely death, Yell started a foundation to share the game they love with underprivileged kids. So far, they've raised about $25,000.
I would much rather have Jackson here with me, but I wear Jackson's hat. This is his baseball hat, so he gets to come with me. I feel a lot of support and love. There's a really strong baseball community. It's just been tremendous to be supportive. It's really uplifting and very therapeutic, I guess is the right word.
Yell only has 2 more stops left on his national tour, Kansas City and Detroit. Well, if you see a plane on fire at St. Louis Lambert International Airport tomorrow, do not panic. It's part of a planned drill. Around 9 o'clock, the airport will simulate a situation where a plane sucks in a drone during takeoff, causing a fire. Fire crews will be there on standby at Terminal 1. The training should end at around noon. The Blue Angels are soaring over St. Louis. The Spirit of St. Louis Air Show is expected to bring big crowds to Chesterfield Valley. This year also marks the 10th anniversary of the air show, and organizers say it is the premier air show in the nation.
We had a great air show, and then we added the advanced F-15 demo, the only place in North America that's going to see it. Sunday the B-2 is going to do a flyover. We also added the A-10 Warthog, which people have been asking for years. So we are the premier air show this year in the United States. Very excited to have everybody out this weekend.
The Spirit of St. Louis Air Show is open from 9 to 5 both Saturday and Sunday, and kids 12 and under get in free. We were in Belleville tonight for the INAD Shriners Parade. The theme this year, Festival of Food. Participants designed floats with kids on the curb in mind. There was even a float competition with first, second, and third place prizes. Floats are judged on theme and aesthetics. And the 5 on Your Side 5+ bus was part of the parade. Staff members and our parade partners at Scott Credit Union joined in. Coming up, expiring at the stroke of midnight. What's next for local victims of radioactive contamination as Congress lets the RECA program end?
I think it's just really stinky that and sucks that poisoned people who are dying right now have to watch this.
A Trump travel ban? Now that he's a convicted felon, could the former president be barred from dozens of countries? We'll verify the rumored restrictions.
A storm alert for late Saturday afternoon and evening as we're tracking this developing complex tonight. It brings 1 of 3 rain chances to our area over the weekend. When and where the stronger storms are possible later Saturday.